good to go.
All right, here we are at Custom Auto Works again. We're doing the install on the 2021 XLT. This light bracket will fit the XL, all the XL models, and all the XLT models. Will not fit Lariat, Platinum, or STX. We are working on those, and they'll come shortly. One of the features about our light kit is our plug and play for guys with halogen headlights. You just unplug your parking lamp, you plug in our little adapter, and then our Raptor light plugs right into it. Everything's completely waterproof. It's a nice plug, and every light kit that you order for halogen headlights will come with this adapter. If you happen to have LED headlights, the adapter will have this plug on it, and then you'll have a black and a red. The red will have a T-tap spade connector on it, and the other black wire will have a ground terminal, which you can ground right to your fender to the factory location. The install on the 21s is a little difficult, but overall I think the average person can do this without too much trouble. What we've got for tools, we've got a nice little impact with a 10 millimeter on it. We've got our two tools for our push pins, a regular screwdriver, a 10 millimeter deep well socket, and a 13 millimeter socket for the bolt on the air box. We've already removed some of the push pins on the plastic cover. If you need me to show you how to do that, you should probably have somebody else installing this for you. But let's get started. And of course we have flashlight too, just in case. Some of us older guys don't see too well. But like I said, we pulled all the smaller push pins out of the radiator dust cover, so they call it. And now you've got these little heavier pins on the front, and that's where this tool comes in handy, because you just put it under it, pry it up, instead of the standard pry tool like we used on the smaller push pins. The smaller push pins, we use this little pry tool just because it gets under them a little bit easier. So we're going to pop these. And we don't have to remove the grill shutter, but we do have to loosen it. So we've got 4 10 millimeter bolts that we will remove with the impact. And there's 2 small push pins right in each corner of the grill shutter. Pop right out. And the reason we have to loosen the grill shutter is to get down in here. There's 2 10 millimeter bolts on the side of the grill shutter that bolts it to the grill. With those bolts in place, there's no play in this grill whatsoever to be able to feed a light down through it. So we've already removed those 2 10 millimeter nuts. It's practically impossible to show you on the video, but if you pull out on this grill, give yourself a little room, and you can reach right down the side with a 10 millimeter deep well socket and remove those 2 nuts. And then what we do is we kind of push it back in place. And we'll put 1 bolt back in this corner just to hold the grill shutter in place. That gives us enough flex in the grill to be able to slide our bracket down in there. It is a little tricky, but you just have to take your time and try to keep the tab on top of this portion of the grill shutters. And just kind of slide it along. Once you get the whole bracket across the face of the grill, just kind of push it down in, hold your tabs so they don't drop down in. Yeah. It likes to catch on the back side of the grill. There we go. Now we got it to sit down in there. Now just kind of keep hold of it, put one hand underneath to hold the bracket. You've got both tabs sitting on top now, and you can just slide that grill along till you get to these two holes where you had two push pins before. Install the two screws that hold the bracket in place. You can reach through the face of the grill and kind of move that bracket around a little bit, hold it in place while you do this portion. Okay, light's all mounted. Looks pretty centered. Now the air box, we've already loosened this up for you, just to cut down on the time. But like I was saying, you got one 13mm bolt holding it to the fender. We'll remove that. The hose clamp on the air box. And there's two rubber grommets in the bottom of the air box. Just kind of wiggle it a little bit, it'll pop right up. Kind of hold your little rubber snorkel there. Pull it out of the way. And then you can set your air box up there. We'll feed the wire in and behind the headlight. You can actually reach your hand back in there, get a hold of the wire and pull it up. And just tuck it right there. Now the side marker plug, they have stuck it right next to the fender, but the locking tab is on top of the plug. So if you reach your hand right over it, get right behind your side marker light, push down on the top of that connector, there's a little release for it, just like there is on our plug and play adapter. So we'll plug our other end into the factory harness. Kind of push it in and pull up. If you pull up on this tab, that'll snap that together real well. Go ahead and plug your Raptor light in. And then keep in mind your locking tab on top. Reach back in there. Plug it back in. The wire just kind of tucks back into this corner. We'll throw the air box back on here real quick. Just like I said, there's two little rubber grommets in the bottom. Just kind of line them up, push down on your box. Your box is back in place. Put your bolts back in, and everything else is in reverse. You will have to take this bolt back out of your grill shutter. Yeah, I didn't even tighten that. To pull that grill shutter back out and put your two 10mm nuts back on. And then, as you notice, this grill is kind of hanging up right here. There's a pin that goes in the side of the headlight. If you just reach in there, push down on this plastic pin, and then it all pops right back in place. Just that simple. So let me pop the hood and we'll turn the lights on. And there you go. That's our first. And we have got a light kit to fit every model F150 from actually 1997 to current. Yeah, whenever you. I should have put the fob in my pocket so we could keep the lights on.
Yep.
But check it out. We think we've got the best quality product on the market. Our lights have a lifetime warranty. I don't care what light you buy. A bulb's a bulb. The LEDs, they fail. There's no way around it. So, and that's why we offer a lifetime warranty on our product, because we feel that if you bought it from us once, you shouldn't have to buy it again, unless you've upgraded to a different vehicle that bracket don't fit. But if you get a light failure, we got your back. Thank you.